highlights between the last session and this one.
Indeed, indeed. Starting off with the BTX Spring Showdown that happened last Friday.
Yeah.
And it was super hype.
Of course.
It was done, there was the BCS guys, right? Hype, the BCS guys are coming back.
Oh, yeah.
And this was kind of like a teaser to their big series coming up in June.
Oh, man.
That's going to be super hype. I can't say too much about it because they'll get mad at me.
If this was any indication, they always do an absolutely phenomenal job. So I'm looking forward to that series.
Yeah, they've been so this happened right before the Stream Me event, like the day before. So it was kind of like it's almost like a warm up for some of the U.S. players,
right?
Because there's 2 U.S. events right in a row. It was a $1,000 event, U.S. tournament, and the results are as follows: first place Starlight, second place Astronaut, third place LDZ. What? Fourth place Boomy. So it's
that's kind of crazy because top 4 is 2 different 2v2 teams.
Oh.
Yeah, that was absolutely crazy just because, Starlight and Astronaut, they've been teaming recently, and then LDZ and Boomy, of course.
Right.
So it's 2 2v2 teams taking the top 4 1v1 slots.
Then there's the whole what's up with LDZ and Boomy being 3rd and 4th? That ain't right. They're usually usually slotted right above that.
Wow.
Interesting. But in the Stream.me tournament after, things got a little different. Before that happened, okay, so Friday, BCS Spring Showdown went down. Right? It was awesome.
Yep.
And then that a few hours later, 3 a.m. Saturday our time.
Yes.
The first week of the SEA League happened.
Ooh.
Right?
All right.
So that was their first week, and it's a 4-week league. And league implies here that all their placings are averaged, even if they didn't participate. That counts as a last place. So it's 4 straight weeks of playing, and every placement really, really matters because it's not just play and hope to improve your seed.
Right. It's not really qualifying
it matters.
Spots. It's an aggregate placing that they take from. That's awesome. That's really cool.
So first place was Tiger. Second place Wade.
Wade?
What? WHADDHE. We haven't seen this guy place very high in tournaments before, and here he is in second place, beating out Jerry K in losers finals. Right? No, Jerry K is totally number 2 out there, and
that's usually what we've been seeing. Yeah.
And then Flux in 4th place. Now remember those because we're gonna come back to them later, and their placements will be important. So directly after that, it was 3 a.m. And then about
just a few hours later,
the Stream.me tournament happened, which it's a 2-day event over the weekend before last. Saturday was US, Sunday was EU. Every tournament was $1,500 in total. There's 2v2 events in the future, totaling $6,000 in prizes, right?
Oh, man.
So, for the U.S. side, now remember we just talked about the BCS Spring Showdown.
Right. So this was literally the day after the Spring Showdown.
The day after, same competitors, just about, maybe there was more, but the main guys that we usually deal with. First place went to Boomy.
All right.
So, maybe the Spring Showdown wasn't S enough for him since it had some A's in the tier.
I'd like to say maybe he just made the adjustments necessary.
That's good.
He needed that warm up.
Probably did. So
Spring
he did
Showdown was information.
He did really well. Second place was Noel. That means Grand Finals was a straight up run back.
We've seen this before.
CEO Dreamland.
Yes.
Well, so that's super crazy. The results were almost the same too. I don't remember all of it off the top of my head, but I remember thinking, oh, that's basically exactly what happened at Dreamland. Noel got really close, 3-2 in the
Grand Finals,
Crazy.
Oh, my gosh.
Third place, Stevenator. Hype.
Yeah, Stevenator hype.
Third place. And then fourth place, Astronaut.
Man,
as you
Astronaut's been really consistent.
Yeah,
a
top
lot of
5,
people,
every event.
Yeah, because we've seen him, he's been doing really well in 2s, teaming with Starlight. But his 1v1 placings were, I'll say, inconsistent before. He would crack that upper level, but
I think to some degree he was largely considered just Starlight's teammate, right? For 2v2. He's his guy. But
no,
he's all that practice, and
he's
now
made a name for himself.
He's a
absolutely.
champion. He's a champion. 4th place in the Stream.me tournament series.
Man.
And then in Europe, crazy things went down. Stimpy, first place. Stimpy. That was kind of his first big win, I think. He's won like BCS Season 1 events.
Yep.
He may have won one of the Brawl League Open Cups. But that was his first like major victory in a tournament. And it's really, really exciting. Second place was Maltimum. And Maltimum brought out some crazy stuff. He's like playing guitars and all kinds of TB, third place. That was hype. So we had a losers finals of Maltimum versus TB.
Their teammates,
and Cake in fourth place. Reasons Cake.
Man,
that was super awesome.
So a bit of a shakeup of the top level. Maltimum and TB, no surprise there. But some of these players that we haven't seen in a little while or haven't
Stimpy and Cake
that upper level.
Yeah. That's really awesome. I love how, I don't want to say volatile, but just how different things are week to week now.
Everyone's so hungry.
Yeah,
everybody's
it used to
training.
be, 3 months ago, it was like you kind of knew who was going to be third, first, second, and third, and now it's like it's a toss-up. You do not know who's going to win. Okay, so that was last weekend. Now, or the weekend before last. Now is last weekend, just yesterday and the day before yesterday. Starting things off with the SEA League, same as before, right?
Number two.
Week number 2, right? Exactly. And the placings this time: Tiger in first again, solid 2 first places. That's going to average out well. Flux now second place. He was 4th place in week 1. So now he's averaged to 3rd place, I suppose.
Oh, man.
And Jerry K, once again, 3rd place. Still 3rd place.
Wow.
And 4th place, Zazu.
All right.
And then, remember, we were talking about Wadi, who got 2nd place in the first
Breakout
event? Yeah. Out of nowhere, Wadi comes in. He got 5th place in week 2.
Wow. So still up there. And since they're going for the aggregate placing over all these weeks.
Right.
He's got a shot. He's in there. He's in the running.
He's definitely going to have to step it up a little bit. He has to knock Tiger out. If Tiger gets 3 first places in a row, is he just going to keep winning them? I don't know. We'll see. Okay, and then yesterday was... no, not yesterday. Day before yesterday. The Brawl League Spring Fling.
Yep.
That went down, and it was amazing. That was super hype. Thank you, Brawl League, for running such an amazing event. It's a European-only tournament. There was $1,000 on the line.
Man, I liked seeing who we had on the mic.
Right?
Because we haven't had this casting duo before.
They were like hosts, I think.
Yeah.
Shout outs to DJ Tech Live and Soda Kite. They were kind of like the in between. They weren't doing play-by-plays or anything, but they were like
they were hosting the event, in between the transitions.
Yeah, exactly. And
it was just great. They did great. Them there.
That was super cool to see them doing it. It was like
we've had them in the Battle Brawl Invitational.
Right, they're like involved, but they're not super intimate with the competitive scene. So they were kind of giving us a cool, fresh, like innocent almost. I would say innocent, but just like they're so like just like. Did you see that recovery kill? It was cool. And every other viewer's just like, another recovery kill.
Like,
they're like,
yes.
I love seeing kills.
Like, this is so hype.
So shout out to that. Thank you for being a part of that. That was super fun. First place in the Spring Fling, Addy Mastic.
Tell me about
Reasons
this.
Addy Mastic. He was winners the whole way through.
Yeah.
He didn't lose didn't lose a match. He barely lost a game. I think he only lost 1 game in the entire event.
Yeah.
So crazy Addy Mastic doing so well. He had the reads, man. He played gauntlets. I think he played Val the whole way through. Yeah. And he absolutely crushed it. It was so cool to watch.
There were a lot of highlight clips flying out from that tournament. Rightfully so.
Oh, yeah. I was going crazy with that. Maltimum in 2nd place.
Okay,
Once again, right, he just got 2nd place in the Stream Me Legend Series the week before.
Yep.
So 2nd place again. This time he played all kinds of stuff. He played guitars like crazy, like really well.
Yeah.
He played sword. It's like
he played sword. Who knew Maltimum had a sword?
I didn't know Maltimum had a sword. He did pretty well with it too. It was cool.
I saw him playing a little bit of axe at one point, I believe, when he was using Ragnar. I think.
Yeah. Well, and
earlier on,
I don't think Axe hasn't changed too much. Right. So it's like he still has that BCX experience with Axe. Right. He got 2nd place in BCX playing Ragnar.
Yeah.
Well, right at the end, right? He
Right,
played Ragnar
yeah.
out of nowhere. He can just play whatever he wants.
Right? I think that's pretty true.
He'll
of
like
Multiple.
weapon
Every time we've seen
counterpick you. Yeah, he can
Oh
play
my
anything he
gosh.
wants. Third place was Cedero. Cedero? I think Cedero.
I think Sparky I saw was asking this question, and it's Cheddaro.
What?
Cheddaro.
Oh,
It's-
that makes he's
it's
Italian, right?
Yes.
He's the C in,
Yes.
in
So the
Chow.
chi has the yep.
Now we know.
It's got that.
Cheddaro.
And then the ER doesn't rhyme with ser. It's so it's not
Cheddar-
Cheddaro.
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 Got it. All right, Cedero. Nice. We got your name now. Stimpy, 4th place. After getting 1st place in the Stream.me Legends series. See what I'm saying? It's crazy. All the
Yeah.
placements every
Oh, yeah.
week are like, you can't tell. Luckily, we have a circuit to keep track of all of that.
Get those points. Oh man.